June has arrived, so it's time to take a look at how the garden is doing. First, let's take a look at a few tomatoes and things that have already been picked. So here are a few things we've already picked. These cherry tomatoes, they're delicious. It's a variety called Sweet 100. These are purple Cherokee tomatoes. I've never grown purple tomatoes before. I had to pick them because I was afraid things were going to get them, and you can see we had a lot of rain, so we were starting to get some splitting. But oh, and a butternut squash, that's a volunteer from the compost pile from last year, so there we go. Walking over to the garden, we'll take a look in this little raised bed first. My main thing here is some ground cherries. So let's turn this camera around and see what we see. And then as we walk along, here's the green beans growing up the totem pole. Take a look at this mint plant. Check this thing out. Apples are still hanging on the apple tree. Oh, and see these baby chicks now. They don't look like babies anymore. And I hear Bernice. Let's see what she's talking about. Now we've come over to the main garden. We're going to take a look at some of the things growing in here. Here's the purple hull peas. They're coming up nicely. We've got 2 rows of them. And then more of those ground cherries. Never heard of them before, but they're delicious. And here comes the okra. It won't be long. We'll be getting some flowers. These cherry tomatoes have been delicious. It's a variety called Sweet 100, and I have been eating them for probably 2 weeks now. Oh, they're my favorite. I'm going to try to keep some seeds from them. Here's a tomatillo. I've never grown a tomatillo before, but we're going to be making sausage salsa. Oh, and onions. I've never grown onions before either, but we're about to have some onions. Here are the eggplants. They're coming along. I waited on the hot weather crops to get them planted, so these hadn't been in there, well, probably 3 weeks, maybe more, maybe a month. I don't know. I should keep records. You can see I'm using grass clippings as mulch. And then the garlic. Sometime during June, we'll be harvesting this garlic. I'm considering using a dehydrator and drying it into garlic flakes. A couple of these are Dr. Wychee tomatoes. I thought the garlic would be coming out soon enough to give room for these tomato plants. I think it's going to work. Then we come to this row of celebrity tomatoes. Oh no, I think these are the better boys. The better boys. They are. We're getting a few tomatoes. Here's one starting to get a little blush. Oh, it's got a bad place. Let's get this off of here. We got to feed some of the worms, you know. It shows you these are the Paul Robeson tomatoes. These are some tomatoes I started from seed, even though I had a seed disaster and had to start over. then to the celebrities. Starting to get some color there, it won't be long. Look at that tomato. And then next we have a row of peppers. Let's take a look at that. Oh, here we go. The peppers are growing. You have to throw in some flowers every now and then just to make it pretty. That pepper's almost as big as that plant. Oh, and I've eaten some of these. We're having banana peppers. And then a new thing I'm trying this year is Kajari melons. It's a personal size melon that's supposed to be delicious. Let's see. And here are those Cherokee purple tomatoes. I had to buy starts because of my disaster, but these are doing very nicely. Getting some color on the vine there. I may pick those today to keep the bugs from getting them. And here we have another bean totem pole. The beans have reached the top. Here's another tomato from seed. It's a beefsteak tomato. Should make some nice big tomatoes. And there's some coming on. And then another row of peppers. We got anything growing there? We sure do. Oh, look at those. And of course the jalapenos. Have to have jalapenos. Selena's planted a row of corn just for fun. So how fun is that? It's got a couple of ears. Up against the fence, we've got some squashes making some flowers. I hope we get some squashes. And then a lone watermelon. Why not try a watermelon? Oh, look, there's a flower. And let's go over and look at it. And here are those butternut squash. Started out of this compost pile. There's another one on the corner over there. Over here is where that one came from that got picked. Oh, and you've got to have pollinators in the garden. So I have a bunch of worker bees. Right there. 3 hives. They don't belong to me. I don't take care of them. They just work in the garden. So there we go. That was most of the garden tour for today. So happy June. Oh, I found something else. Planted from seed. It's a dahlia, and this is the first I've seen the flowers. Look at that. Is that nice? I've got that one growing in a pot. Let's go over here and take a look at some that are in the ground. Oh my goodness, there are more dahlia flowers over here. Let's take a look at this. And I don't want to overlook the zinnias because they have been just fabulous. These also are from a pack of seeds, so I love them. So there's the June 1st garden tour. One day I'll get better at manipulating this camera
But hope you enjoyed the look. See you later.